Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to semi-finals round 3 of the Total War YouTube Attila tournament, where today we have the Legend of Total War taking on Malakith Skadi.
Indeed.
And there's another guy as well, also
I'm here as
commentating.
well.
You might realise that by this stage in the series.
Yes, there's two of us.
Don't know his name,
our
but
voices are super similar, but
doesn't matter who it was. Just there's another guy. Keep it.
So we got a very interesting setup today. So we got the Lockmits on my side and against the Vandals on the Legend of Total War side. And as you can see on Legend side, there's it's definitely an interesting setup there.
He has got a serious 404 fucks not given situation. When
Indeed.
he set up his formation, he thought, you know what, it's going to be easier to sort of mentally compartmentalize my army if it only has 2 different units in it. So he's brought all cavalry. He's just got a million Noble Alani cavalry in a huge line, and then some hurlers behind it, just so you feel like your army is a little bit more balanced. And there's generals sitting on the edge there, Vandal Warlord. So pretty simple formation, simple army.
It looks, however, as though Mal guessed what Legend was going to bring, because he brought, what, 8 Desert Spears?
Yeah, he's gone really heavy on spearmen.
It's not the best type spear. I mean, it's a tier 1 unit. It's not very good, but it does have 53 armor, which is fairly high for a tier 1 unit, so it's a pretty a good defendable unit.
And I guess since they're cheap, you can have a lot of them, so it's going to make sure he can micro successfully.
And then he's got, looks like 6 Sanai, which I have no idea if that's pronounced properly, but let's go with it. Have we seen this one yet? Because he's got so many weird sounding units.
Bringing out the strange sounding
How many
medium
of these?
Sword units. I know it's heavy this time. That's exciting.
Different types of units.
There's a lot of these, but I don't know how important they're going to be to this fight.
He's brought 6 Armenian slingers as well, and then of course his Desert Chieftain General. It looks like he's listened to what Legend said in the past about bringing the number 6, essentially. He brought 6 slingers, 6 Sanai, and then 8 Desert Spears. No cavalry, however. I can tell you partially why, and it's because Mal had been testing army compositions against what Legend of Total War was likely going to bring, and he couldn't find any way to win any cavalry fight one-on-one, so he was like, fuck the cavalry, I'm just going to bring the counter to cavalry, which apparently is 8
so he's
Desert
brought
Spears.
spears instead of cav, and Legend, perhaps thinking, I wonder if Mal's going to try and counter my usual army build, has decided to bring all cav.
Yep.
So he's really going in for the strength of his faction here, completely, but I can't tell how this is going to go. This is so unusual. I mean,
well, I'd say let's get it started. It's a 17-minute battle.
Oh my god, it's a long one. We might have a standoff, right?
I noticed that.
3, 2, 1, fight, my pretties. And the map's not completely flat. There's sort of a little bit of a hill on Legend's side that you could sit on.
It's definitely one that if I was on Mel's side, I might be like, can we restart? Because that's a pretty significant hill. It's not like a tiny uphill thing. It's fairly large.
Yeah, it's quite far above Mal there on his right side at least. But who knows? They're going to go for it. So, Legend creeping forward. I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of skirmish or standoff or something, because there's no way this fight will actually last that long in terms of a melee.
Yeah, it does seem a bit weird, especially because we're all going full-on aggressive, right?
And they're rushing right in, and
it's like Mal setting up
hurlers are going to be in range. He's put the spearmen in front, so is Legend just going to charge into the spearmen? So far, looks like he is.
To be fair, they probably would just... I mean, it's a very strong
It doesn't work like that in this game, yeah. You can just plow through the spearmen. There's no real counter to cav.
I think he's...
Oh, no, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's going to go around the edges, which makes sense.
I agree. I think this is one of those situations where it's not even a pike box, but even if he did, he would be allowed to do so, because it's literally... How much cav is it actually? 12?
It's probably 12 if he loves 6s.
Yeah, and then the general.
Plus the general. The thing is, he's used all of his spearmen on the front of the pike box, so now, as Legend comes around the edges, he's going to have an easier time, surely.
He's running some of them away. He's leaving the entire...
Yeah, he wants to put those on the back because he sees that he can't put all his spears on the front because Legend just won't attack the front. But now Legend's coming back and it looks like he's reverting that decision. We might get a little bit of engagement there. Oh, there's engagement on the corner. Legend tried to break through the corner of the pike box and it looks like it's failing. He's lost almost a whole unit there.
Yes, that is surprising actually. We were making just fun of how bad
we thought they'd smash through. He has reached the hurlers though. Counter charge from the general gonna probably push them back out. But now Legend's hurlers have come to point blank range, and surely he can just use that to obliterate all of these stationary units. He can hit them in the back, in fact. That's probably what he's thinking. He's going to shoot the back of the pike box with his hurlers.
got so many. He's got 6 hurlers just like firing at will. Really, he's trying to send the Sanae over there, but it's not really going to do much. He needs to hit. Mal needs to use his hurlers to defeat the enemy's one as much as possible, at least.
Looks like he's trying, but Legend's almost lost a hurler unit already. Yeah, Mal is using the hurlers against him. Legend's general just sneaking into the centre of the battlefield there, getting caught by those spears, but he doesn't care.
Doesn't care. No, just walking straight through.
Run straight through.
One guy got knocked out right there.
How the hell is this battle 14 minutes long? They must break off the combat at some point because everyone's engaged all over the battlefield.
Yeah, this is an odd one.
There must be a second phase to this. Mal's general virtually dead. Is he going to lose it?
Oh yes,
he's gone.
Wow.
Mal's general's out. He lost a unit right away, which means Legend's now going to smash through Mal's right. Looks like he's about to lose another Sanae as well.
Sanae.
Oh yeah, Legend's hurler's falling back. Is this where they're going to disengage? They're running away because it doesn't want to be in a melee.
He could easily skirmish down that one desert spear that's full. Right,
Mal's hurler's basically out of ammo now. Legend's hurler's all still alive and mostly with full ammo.
I wonder if there's a massive difference in ammo there, or if he just fired them a lot faster or something. I'm not quite sure, because that's a pretty big difference.
I think Legend's hurlers were doing nothing a lot of the time there.
Maybe, yeah. It looks like maybe he took off fire at will, so he wanted to actually use their...
Yeah, maybe he was microing it. So, starting to reform now.
It's looking really good for Mel right now. Like, I feel like he's got a lot of units here, whereas the cavalry is... Well, some of it is dead, and I mean, there's a few healthy ones still alive.
Yeah, like more than half of his total cav is gone. The balance bar is still really even after all that just grinding engagement. I think neither side really came out on top.
If you look at the allied man / enemy man count, Mel's got double. Obviously, he's got infantry, so but still, it's a double is a pretty significant advantage.
That other unit of cav grinding against the hurlers in melee, but the spears sneaking in, surely going to take them out.
Because he lost all these hurlers, plus they have no ammo, he can probably even easier set up a pike box now. Just the problem is that those hurlers are going to start doing a lot.
He doesn't have any way to counter Legend's hurlers now. So Legend is kind of be sort of free to just do what he wants and just kill as many men as he can with the hurlers.
Yeah, he can very easily just pick off the ones he wants to kill. Just shoot only the ones he can fire in the back or in the flank or something, and just not worry about the ones at the front.
Looks like he's just sacrificing that unit of cavalry in melee as a distraction of some sort.
Yeah,
because the rest are forming up outside.
Sending all of it in now, it looks like.
Oh, what's this?
He's not going to charge them into... Oh no, he's just moving up. Okay,
he's just going to move in close. Yeah, surely he's
going to
make
the same mistake again and charge into Desert Spears, because that did not work out well.
That's got to be why there's still 12 minutes, because now he's going to slowly just pick units to hurl at and just cut them down one man at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, the way he's going to position his cavalry probably is to make sure that the Desert Spears are going to have their flanks exposed to the hurlers. And there's nothing Mel can do about it, because he needs to keep the spears there to make sure that the cavalry doesn't charge.
Threaten a huge cav charge from the back. Mal turns around going, I probably don't want to do that. And then if he doesn't turn around, you can actually do the cav charge.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's win-win for Legend right now. This is pretty good, although 2 of his hurler units are considering leaving. Oh, just 1 now. I'm not sure why they're suddenly going to wavering. Oh, they're routed. Wow. Why? Why did they rout?
Interesting.
I think it might be energy lost. Must have been on the edge, and then from running, they got tired and routed.
So tired.
So that sucks for them, and I guess they didn't like the fact that all the cavalry got sacrificed. But here we go, the battle's restarting.
If Mel's units had any ammo left, I would definitely give this one to Mel, but right now it's not. It's very hard to tell because of the amount of
he's moving them up as a sacrifice.
Oh yes, he is. That's
which is a nice idea. They've got a shield as well, making them pretty good as a sacrifice.
I think he needs to send some infantry with, otherwise there's not really any point in doing that.
Looks like it's going to be a chase, so Mal desperately doesn't want to do all the things we just discussed about what Legend could do to him. He wants to make sure Legend keeps moving. So I'm guessing he's going to be chasing him across the map for the next 10 minutes. Is that what's going to happen? Because yeah, as long as Mal keeps his units all together and keeps moving them, it's going to be hard for Legend to leverage his advantage here.
He's going to try and find a gap somewhere, but... It's like
difficult. Pick off a unit with a sneaky cavalry charge will be possible.
Yeah, but especially the sword units at the back there now might be like a decent choice to try and pick them off.
I think it's just all those spears there. You've got like 6 units of spears and they're all pretty high health. It's like if you focus down cavalry units as they came in. I guess it's risky.
Flank now.
But as he keeps running, his formation is going to get more and more split apart because they're not running at the same speed. So maybe if Legend keeps running away, he actually will get that chance he needs to make a sneaky
Legend's
attack.
Trying to get a volley in real quick.
No, he's stopping for a volley. No, it's not happening. They're too close. Let's check the energy on both sides. Well, Legend's guys are all fresh, whereas Mal's are losing energy fast.
Exhausted, shaken, or shaken not. They're shaking. That's how tired they are.
They're shaking with tiredness. So yeah, Legend might be able to put a bit of distance between them eventually and get some cheeky.
Legend's Cav is thinking about going, but I think the only reason they're staying is because he's right next to the general.
Oh yeah, that unit there. He's going to keep it with the general. It's probably not going to be very useful for the rest of this battle.
Oh, it looks like the Cav is.
Is he going to
go
catch
for a
that
charge.
hurler unit?
Nope.
No, almost. The spears, yeah, were too
That's
close.
what he needs to look for. He needs to look for that one opportunity because
Yeah.
Mel's spears are going to get more and more tired and not be able to get there in time anymore. And the Cav are going to be fine because they're all fresh.
Plus, of course, Mal has no general, so he doesn't
That's
have
also-
to do much. Like, if he can get a charge in, he probably doesn't have to like stay in the melee for very long to rout the unit. Just needs to like touch them and get them to leave.
Yeah.
Bounce bar slightly in Mal's favour, I'd say, by the looks of it.
Yeah. But not enough to be secure of a victory just yet. Interesting formation Mel's going for right now. I think he's blobbing his units up a little bit too much, like the 20 line unit basically, or 20 men deep.
I think he's probably just trying to keep his formation really small.
Yeah,
'cause
perhaps
the
he is,
smaller it
yeah.
is, the less chance of there being a little gap.
I feel like those infantry units, the sword ones, they can take a charge from a general, or sorry, from a cavalry unit. I reckon. I think he needs to use them in a similar way as he's using the spears.
Oh, but the hurlers are firing now. He's stopped too much. So Mal's hurler's going to start running. Is he firing at the hurlers? I can't. Not necessarily. He might be trying to fire over the top of them, into the back of the Sanae.
Yeah, that's what I would expect him to do. Yeah, he's firing at one of the desert
Yeah,
spirits.
he's probably got them all off fire at will, and it's just manually targeting units that have turned in the opposite direction. Maximise the use of that final ammunition.
That's the only way you can do this. Yeah. Looks like Mel or Legend split up his cav towards. So
Yeah, he's got two
someone
halves
two flanks
now. So now that's probably a better choice. Now Mal has to watch more directions with the spears and micro even more. They sort of stopped moving though. I think like he's just going to keep threatening to charge Legend slingers without actually doing it, just to make sure Legend keeps moving them away again.
Mel's keeping even the units on the sides like facing towards, or some of them at least, facing towards the slingers, which is a good thing to do.
Yeah, that's good. As long as he can micro them if a charge happens, then that's a pretty good setup.
Yeah.
In the previous battle, I declared Mal to be the micro master, and he's still doing it. He's thinking about the minor things that will make small differences, which is nice play.
Hurlers are going for another charge again against the enemy hurlers.
Oh, they're charging out. The hurler's forced to run. The other two units? No, not going to. Thought they might volley, but no, they're running already. And Mal immediately, the second he sees the hurlers run, he just turns back and returns back to his little tortoise box.
Well, what's his plan at this point? Is he going to try and make the enemy hurlers
know.
waste their ammo, or like the thing is, because he can keep stopping them from firing, but if he don't, like Legend's going to keep doing the same thing and try and get back into position and fire.
Stalemate. Legend probably has the energy advantage in that his cav aren't doing anything, so he's going to keep his cav fresh. Mal's going to keep running around. So
There's so
one
little
day-
Mel can do. It's all up to Legend essentially, and Mel just has to make sure that he doesn't leave any openings or any way for Legend to do anything that's too bad.
I guess Legend's basically waiting for Mal to break concentration or just mess up, because
Exactly, yeah.
Legend doesn't lose anything anytime he tries. Like, he's not standing to lose anything with these hurler attacks, but
No.
Mal might eventually do something wrong. Right now he's just soaking up the fire, he's not charging. Maybe he's thinking now, I'm just going to take all these shots. I'm not going to bother continuing this never-ending back and forth.
Yeah, like we said in the beginning, the Desert Spirit do have a lot of armor, so if he can take the shots in the front, he's actually going to be fairly well off. Like, that's the best way to take the shots on the Desert Spirit in the front.
Yeah, it looks like Legend... Is he trying to shoot the units behind?
Sanae actually
They're all facing the direction of the hurlers, but Legend has decided, you know what, I'm just going to fire at them anyway.
going into loose formation. I wonder if that's a
Loosen
good
up
or a
there.
bad idea. I don't actually know, because obviously it makes them harder to hit, but they're also less of a formation, so they've got less of a shield wall going, I suppose. I don't know how it actually works, like
Who
game
knows?
mechanics-wise.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a dedicated shield wall.
And it's actually getting picked off quite rapidly though, but ammo is also
It's
being
basically
used.
it's a sacrifice at this stage. He needs the swords less than he needs the spears.
I think, yeah, I guess that's probably the right call.
Yeah, I thought Legend might just not fire until he like turned a unit round, but he's just going to fire off against them.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, the slingers, they do a lot of damage regardless.
Yeah, they can take anything down.
Units are literally just like getting picked off.
Looks like he's about to lose that Sanae unit in the middle. Oh, maybe
Oh,
not. They're coming
well, the
back.
hurler's being charged at, hoping that Legend might not
Oh.
notice it, but he definitely did.
Yeah, they're almost all out of ammo now, but those two basically are playing a
Yeah,
couple more volleys
looking
left.
at it like this, with just a few volleys left, I don't know. I would still possibly give it to Mel right now, because
Yeah,
now it's
he
Cav
didn't
versus
kill
Spears.
all that much with the volleys he did do. This cav, yeah, going to be denied the chance to attack the hurlers. Because, yeah, at some point, Legend's going to have to attack Mal's box, now that he's basically out of ammo.
If I was Mal, I would just say fuck it and just literally put up a box, because, I mean, what are you going to do against Cav? Like, you're not going to purposely charge out against them.
There's no way to attack successfully, so it's sort of a fair situation to box up.
Yeah, I think sometimes there is the
it's
time.
It's just impossible to do anything else.
If Legend has the War Cry ability, that could be devastating for Mal.
Oh yeah, a lot of units might just rout. That's true. Does it say if he has it?
No, I don't think so.
Not necessarily. So the hurlers looks like they're going to finish the rest of their ammo now. Are they going to rout any more units? Oh, don't need more significant damage. All the spears still like really high health. So it's still going to be risky.
The Armenian slingers have turned their backs for some reason. They don't have any ammo, so I mean that's the best unit to get picked off.
Is he tempting them? Is he saying fire at this unit?
I don't know.
Fire at my out of ammo slingers, please, just because you'll get lots of kills, because he doesn't care about losing them.
Maybe. It's an odd... Yeah, I mean, why else would you do it, right? That seems like maybe that's what his idea was.
It's
but
possible.
Is Legend really going to fall for something like that? Legend... Come on.
Both players are pros, so it's going to be hard to do a psychological warfare, because like both sides know what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
Which is why this battle is so damn long. Mal knows he can't move out of this formation. Legend knows he's not guaranteed to win if he charges it, so he sort of wants to wait for something to be different, but Mal's never going to change.
I think Legend really missed an opportunity earlier when those swords were way at the back, because they were quite far behind the spears. I reckon he could have maybe gotten a unit or two in there just to do a little bit of damage, as there's a doorbell going on in the background here, which is great.
Yeah.
Should be over soon.
Mal is boxing up more and more. Still got one front where it's just slingers on the line, but
yeah,
I'm guessing he's relying on Mike.
There. If he can get behind the spears, that might be enough. That 15-man camp that's getting straight in there.
He's going to do it. He is attacking the weakest part of the noob box, or is he?
Oh, what a juke.
See, he's gone back to sort of attacking mostly on the same side now. I thought he might be more interesting to have like one or two units on the back.
I think what he's doing is he's trying to like sort of fake Mel into like making Mel think he's going to charge. So like Mel just sent all of the spears over to that one side, and then he needs to like go in on the other side basically. Just leave one or two units behind just to try and get in there so you can attack him in the back. The spear units turn around to deal with that, and then you charge them in the back again essentially.
He'll be switching to diamond formation for the next charge, and he's going to make it. Some of them into slingers as well, and the flank of a spear unit. That looked okay. Did the spears die at all? Not really.
Oh my god, this is a fast charge.
Oh, he's got no mercy. They're all the spamming into this.
Mal needs to send this like spears in the back now. Yeah, there you go.
They need to fold in and engage. Oh, Mal's unit's mass routing. Mass wavering, sorry. Men are wavering.
Oh, that's not good.
It's going to be a grind.
That's his problem. If his general was still alive right now, this would not be a problem. Oh,
that's true. Oh, but now the army loss is going to start taking effect on the morale. Rear attack on the spears by those cav.
Oh, Mal moved too many units, and he got charged in the back there. If he lost, he should have left one unit there to counter that one noble lining cav. But it's not looking good for Mal now. If his general hadn't died, this would not be a problem.
Legend's general might die. He is fighting against two spear units there.
Oh, if Mal gets lucky,
could
the general
twist something up. Yeah, the spears, I guess, because they're not a particularly good spear unit, they're not exactly just like destroying the cav, so they're still doing okay.
From Mal, the men are routing.
Balance bar sneaking into Legend's favour now. As Mal starts to lose units in this just all versus all brawl. He has some slingers out to fight with the enemy slingers, which they might actually win. I think these Armenian slingers look like they're better in melee.
If anything, it keeps them busy so they can't flank to do the morale debuff.
Yeah. One unit did flank, although it's going to get counter-flanked itself.
It's too late already, though. I think Mal's going to lose his units very rapidly here.
Looks like he's losing them.
That's a shame. That was a really close battle right up to the end. Well, I mean, mostly because 10 minutes was nothing, but...
There was a lot of nothing. There's some pretty intense nothing. It's not like some of the other nothings we've seen.
Getting back a little bit. If that general somehow dies, that would really change things around.
Really take out that general.
Charge in the back, though.
Rear attack from the cav.
And they're
not happy. Oh, yeah, even his strongest units now considering leaving. That's not good at all.
Nope. There he goes. That's one of his strongest units. It's gone. Yeah. Well, some of the other ones recovered again, though. This is interesting how they're just constantly holding on, but there's just so much noble on the cav left now.
Yeah, there's too many of them. Like Legend can just walk away at this stage. You can see on the balance bar, he's just got more stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be...
So it's a grind to the end. He's not going to call it.
He moved the general out just to make sure he didn't die.
Yeah, I think he saw the risk there.
It's the only thing that could have gone wrong there, I reckon.
Right,
and unit's still holding on somehow. Doesn't care.
Fighting in the centre. Charged for everything.
Well, that was definitely a battle we haven't seen before.
That was a very interesting fight. That was tactical as you like. That was high tier. As you'd expect of the people who got this far in the tournament.
Indeed. Sadly, Mel couldn't make it to the final round, but close.
That's pretty close. That's pretty close.
I like the change up from Legends, like no infantry, because he was constantly raving on. Well, not him specifically, but we were raving on about his Vandal Berserkers, how good they were.
Yeah, he brought the same army twice, and then this time.
Yeah. Well, not exactly the same.
They switched archers for slingers or something, but yeah, basically a big line of berserkers that just killed all the infantry in 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Initial strategy.
Now he completely messed up, I guess, Malakith's mind by just going for something completely different. Although it almost worked out backfired against him and worked out
yeah,
in his favor.
If Mal had brought even more spears and fewer sword units,
this could have gone.
Might have gone a little bit differently, because the sword unit's probably not too useful in all those melees.
I think the fact that Mel lost his general so early, that really made the difference. Because if he hadn't lost his general, then this would have been a completely different...
Yeah, that final brawl, there would have been more Mal units in it, and they would have lasted longer. So it might have actually just ground down, and then Legend would lose, just on stats.
But that's not what happened. Legend, as expected, to be fair, has gone through to the final. And he's up against Musi, as we found out yesterday. Mel, once again, though, is not gone yet. He'll be facing off against Overkill in the best of 3, which we'll see next week as well. So that will be that. That was a long battle.
That was good, though.
Yeah, and
I liked it.
Indeed, that was fun. So anyway, we will see all that next week for 2 more best of 3s. And until then, have a good day and goodbye.
Have a good one.